Welcome to my channel. I'm Brandon and today I'm going to be catching and cooking crayfish for the first time in my entire life. I am super excited to be doing this. I've always heard crayfish taste amazing. At the end of the video, I'm going to be releasing one of the crayfish I catch into my fish tank. I don't know if it's going to get eaten, but you're going to have to wait till the end to find out. So this is going to be my first time ever eating crayfish in my entire life. I've always wanted to try crayfish and finally doing it on camera. I came here about a month ago with my friend Henry. This time I'm all alone, but we saw hundreds of crayfish. So I brought a trap and some dog food, which I'm going to use as bait. I saw online that it works great, so I'm really hoping it works out. It sounds a little bit weird to use dog food as fish bait, crayfish bait. We're about to find out. I'm also going to be catching them by hand, so if the trap doesn't work out, we'll at least have a couple to taste. But I'm thinking we're going to get a lot just based on how many were here last time. So to trap these crayfish, I'm just using this super basic fish trap. Shout out to my neighbor Parker for letting me use this. If you guys don't know how these work, there's a little hole that they go through and they fall in, and once they're in here, they're trapped. They cannot get out. So I found this very deep pocket of water. I already saw a few crayfish in here, so I'm feeling very confident with this location. I got my dog food here. I made some holes and put some rocks in this bag to weigh it down, and I'm just gonna throw it in here and hope for the best. I made it to a really good looking spot. I was not expecting this water to be so deep. It's well over my knees right now. So before I start catching these crayfish, I'm gonna take a dip. It is so nice outside and it's about to be fall and get cold out here in Illinois, so I'm gonna take advantage of this weather. Woo! Feels so good. The water is pretty cool right now and it's nice and hot out. Oh, this is amazing. Man, I could literally be out here all day. This is so relaxing. I'm by myself. Nothing beats this, to be honest. Whew. I just spotted an absolute behemoth of a crawfish. They do not get this big in Illinois typically. These are huge for where I'm at. Crawfish swim backwards, so if I put this thing behind it and put my hand in front of it, it'll go straight into the net. They're not the smartest creatures. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, I got him. It looks like we're gonna be eating claw meat as well because these claws are absolutely massive. Oh, check this thing out. Oh my gosh. This thing is massive. Look at those claws. I do not want to get pinched by these. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right, well, first one down. I have a feeling that I'm gonna get a whole bunch today. No way. I do not know what I just caught, but this thing is crazy looking. Guys, if anybody knows what species of fish this is, please let me know in the comments because I didn't even know these things existed, let alone by me. This is crazy. I'm gonna let him go. I just got number 2. This guy's nowhere near as big, but he's big enough to eat, so I'm keeping him. I just caught 2 more absolute monsters. Let's keep going. I have 4 already. I'm feeling very good about this. All right, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's an absolute monster crayfish right there. There we go. All right, number 5. These guys are honestly really easy to catch. I literally am just walking down this stream and they're everywhere. So 5 down. I'm gonna try to get about 10 more so I have 15 to 20 of them, and then I'll head home and cook these up for the very first time ever. I just caught another absolute beast. I'm gonna get him added to the bucket. Check them out. These guys are absolute beasts. I was not expecting to catch this many big ones. This creek is absolutely loaded. It is the moment we have all been waiting for. Time to check the trap. And nothing but a bag of dog food and my GoPro. I'm not too surprised that I didn't catch anything. It's a little bit disappointing, but That's why I've been catching them by hand this whole time. So I got a good amount of crawfish, honestly, way more than I was expecting. I was only expecting to get a few, so this exceeded my expectations for sure. I'm gonna go back and cook these guys up. I just made it back home and I am ready to cook these guys up. I already have a recipe in mind, and let me tell you, I'm getting hungry. So I decided I'm gonna keep 3 of them. So after I cook these guys up, I'm gonna go release them into my tanks. So I got the crawfish all cleaned out, and now I'm just gonna boil some water and get them added to the water. This recipe is not traditional. This recipe I came up with just in my head, like literally while I was catching them. So I think it's gonna be delicious, but we'll see. You're about to find out. So to cook these guys, I'm just gonna add a little bit of sea salt to the water. Not too much, just a little bit to add some flavor. During a traditional crawfish boil, you would season the water, and that's how you get all the flavor. But for this, I'm gonna use melted butter, and I have a garlic-based hot sauce that I'm just gonna add straight to the butter. This stuff is actually locally grown, but I know they have a website, so if you guys just search this up, you should be able to find it online. It's really good stuff. But I'm just adding a good amount to the butter, giving it a nice stir. So it's essentially like garlic butter, but has some extra flavor. Oh my god, oh, wow. It's good. I might have overdone it a little bit, but can you really have too much butter? All right, I'm gonna let these guys soak up for a little bit, and in about 5 minutes, I'm gonna try them out for the very first time. Got these bad boys all cooked up, and to say I'm excited to try these would be an understatement. My mouth is literally watering. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I've watched a couple videos and it looks like they just twist off the tails sort of. And then everyone says you have to suck the head, which sounds kind of gross. Let's give it a try. Okay. The shell is very hard, which I wasn't expecting, but okay. It's good, really good. Wow. Literally tastes like crab. All right, so most people don't eat the claw meat, but since this is my first time ever trying it and I don't mind working for it, I'm gonna try out the claw meat. I'm just gonna use the claw to sort of like dig it out. I got a whole tail right here. It's very good, very good. Pretty sure I just ate the guts, but it tastes good, so as long as it doesn't kill me, I'm okay with it. The flavor is actually insane on these guys. The claw meat literally tastes exactly like lobster. These are so good. If only they were a little bit bigger. That's the only problem with these is they're small, but if these things were a tiny bit bigger, I think they'd be a lot more popular. So this was literally the biggest crawfish I caught, and this is how big the tail is. So it's not very much meat, but let me tell you, it's delicious. It's so good. Also, I see why people suck the heads. It's so much flavor, and the butter, so good. It's pretty crazy to think that about an hour ago, these guys were swimming around, just living life. Now they're feeding me. Very grateful. Down to the last one. So for anybody who has never tried these, the best way to describe them is a mixture between crab and lobster. If someone gave me a piece of this and told me it was either one, I would believe them. So I will say, for the amount of work you put in, you don't get very much meat. So you have to enjoy getting your hands dirty, basically, to enjoy eating these, which I enjoy. I like working for my food in a sense. I just think it adds to the experience of eating these, but it's definitely not something I'd eat on a daily basis. I definitely want to do a more traditional recipe where I do like a traditional crawfish boil. So if you guys want to see that in the future, give the video a thumbs up. I'll definitely be going back and doing this again. Now it's time to get these guys into their new home. This is my fish tank. I have 2 bluegill and 2 bass and then a bunch of plecos. I also have a catfish, but I never see it. It literally is hiding 24/7. I've never even seen it eat, but somehow it's still alive. So I have 3 crayfish right here, and I'm gonna be adding the biggest of the 3 into here. I also have more fish tanks in my room, so I'm gonna add the other 2 into different fish tanks that I have. Let's get him in here and hope the bass doesn't attack him. What a beast. Look at him. Guys, that is so sick. Look at him already trying to go into the rocks. These guys are very good at surviving. They've been around for millions of years, so not surprised, but look at him just exploring. He's looking pretty good. Now it's time to get these 2 guys into their new homes. All right. That is so sick. There are a bunch of baby guppies in here and also a bunch of cherry shrimp, so he's gonna be fine when it comes to finding food. Now, last but not least, let's add him to his new home. Guys, these are so sick. This guy should do absolutely amazing in here. It's very natural for him. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It would mean a ton to me. Lately, my videos have not been getting a ton of views because I said the word it's the name of my pet duck. So this is my duck. I now have to bleep out his name because Google supposedly doesn't like that word. If you guys want to know what word that is, go check out my other video where I said it. I'm not going to take it down, but yeah, guys, if Google's watching this, you guys can suck my I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a ton of fun doing it, and I definitely plan on doing more stuff like this. Until next time, peace out.